How do you handle an influencer wannabe? Before all this TikTok social media craziness, my 16-year-old daughter Susie was the kindest person, the type of kid who'd help elderly neighbors with groceries. Ever since she downloaded that app, she's become someone I couldn't even be proud of anymore. At first it was just dance videos and makeup tutorials, but when her small little prank content got more than 100 views, she turned into an absolute brat. She'd film strangers without permission, shoving the cameras to their faces and making scenes. Every conversation became about the algorithm and gaining followers. I just couldn't understand why her whole personality had to change for other people's entertainment. Unfortunately, her pranks got worse every week. She'd pretend to faint in grocery stores to film people panicking. She'd put fake roaches on restaurant tables to film the management's apology and laugh about getting free food after. She'd loudly fake phone calls about embarrassing medical conditions next to studying students at the library. The worst was when she filmed herself putting fake money in homeless people's cups just to film them looking happy, then crying from the false hope. Two friends cut her off after that, saying that she had gone too far for content, but she didn't get it. She called them jealous and insecure over her growing fame as an internet prank star. I didn't realize how far she'd take things until one day, when we were headed to the mall, Susie decided to pull a stupidly dangerous prank. I was focused on driving on the road when I heard her giggling in the back seat. I looked at her through the rearview mirror and saw her holding up a sign to the window that read, "Help me, I'm being kidnapped." One woman's face had gone white. Her car swerved while she fumbled to call 911. Within minutes, 3 police cars pulled us over and held me on the ground while they interviewed her. Once they found out it was a prank, they became furious. "We just pulled units from a domestic violence call for this prank. Stop smiling," he said, leaning into her face. "Someone could have died while we wasted time here." Susie rolled her eyes while I apologized profusely for her. "You're lucky I'm not charging you with a false report." The officers hopped back into their cars after warning me to fix her attitude. On the ride back home, Susie sighed and said, "I wish I filmed the officers' reactions too. That would have made me viral." I slammed on the brakes and pulled up to the side of the road. "Viral? You would have been in jail." Susie turned away. Whatever. That night, I knew I had to do something before she really got into trouble. I called my cousin who works in community theater and explained everything, asking if she knew any actors who'd help me teach Susie a lesson. She gave me 3 names. I met with them that week and explained my plan. They'd prank Susie exactly the way she pranked others. I felt guilty setting up my own daughter, but I kept thinking about that elderly woman's terrified face. I paid each actor $200 in advance, which I thought was much cheaper than paying for bail if my daughter continued on her path of destruction. We went over the scenarios multiple times, mirroring her favorite pranks. If Susie wanted to live in a world where everything's content, I'd show her what that really meant. Monday morning, Susie wore her new white blouse for her AP history presentation when an actor playing as a parent accidentally bumped into her, spilling coffee all over her shirt. Susie's eyes wide. Another actor jumped out, shoving a phone to her face, saying, "Did you guys see that? This is hilarious." She pushed the phone away and ran to the bathroom to try to salvage her outfit, but the stains never got removed. The teacher marked her down for unprofessional appearance for the presentation. On Wednesday, during her coffee date with a boy from class, an actor sat at the next table and set up his camera, aimed at the 3 of them. The actor started narrating loudly. "Ah, look at these 2 lovebirds. She's so nervous. Is he going for the handhold? Oh, rejected. What a sad date." Her date left the store feeling too embarrassed to see her again. Friday shocked her the most. She was working her shift at the clothing store when an actor came in asking about a jacket. She answered politely. Suddenly, the actor pulled out her phone and started recording Susie closely. "Why are you being so rude to me?" This employee just rolled her eyes at me. "Did you all see that?" Susie tried to argue back, which only made things worse. Eventually, the manager was called and fired Susie on the spot. After that, Susie came home sobbing. "I can't believe they would do that to me. I was just trying to work, and now everyone thinks I'm horrible." I patted her back, letting her rant and cry a bit longer before saying softly, "How does it feel when someone ruins your reputation for views? Remember that waitress you spilled water on? What if her manager had seen your video?" Susie's cries halted. "But those were just pranks. So was this." She thought about it for a moment before looking back up at me and asking, "The retail video made me look awful. That's what I've been doing to people?" That night, Susie deleted every prank video from her account. She posted an apology about respecting strangers and not treating people like content. She went back to making dance videos and wholesome content with her friends.